Good morning. My name is Jason. I am the founder of Distress Loan Advisors. If you want to book some time with me, there is a link below in the notes, or you can go to jasontees.com. One quick note on consults. I'm playing around with a 15-minute online text chat version. It's a little bit cheaper, and I was curious to see if people are interested in that, because I know a lot of people tell me they've been following me for a while, and they couldn't afford the 30-minute phone call, so I thought I'd offer something a little bit cheaper and see how that goes. So it's up on the website for the time being. If it doesn't get any traction, I'll probably take it down. All right, today I want to talk about a concept called fraudulent conveyance. What does that mean? So basically, you cannot sell your business assets that have been pledged as collateral without the SBA's permission. And the analogy that I always use is just in the same way that you're not allowed to sell your house without first paying off your mortgage, you can't sell your business assets without getting permission from the bank. And people are often surprised after they've done it, say, oh, I didn't even realize that. And one thing to keep in mind is they don't have the same procedures and safeguards in place when it comes to the sale of business assets that they have as compared to like when you sell your home. So like when you sell your home, there's a lien on your home. And so anybody who's going to buy it is going to run a title search. And as a result, they're going to see that there's a lien on it. Now, yes, somebody can run an asset search on your business and see if there is a UCC lien from a lender on it. But, if I'm Joe Schmo and there's a guy who wants to sell a piece of equipment, let's say a pizza oven, those UCC filings generally are broad, meaning they don't really know what exactly they have. And this is particularly true of EIDL loans because borrowers did not give a list. And so as a result, there are people who are out there selling stuff to buyers. The buyers have no idea that there's a lien on it because they would have to know the name of their, the entity that the UCC is filed against. So if I just have a pizzeria and I go on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace and say, I got a pizza oven for sale, $1,000 cash, that guy's going to show up, hand over the cash and take it. No one's really going to be able to track that down, especially if there's no serial number. With that said, fraudulent conveyance is an issue. And I've said this a million times before, and I'll say it again. Do not sell any business assets without the SBA's permission if you have granted them a security interest. So in other words, if they filed a UCC lien, and for EIDL loans, it's any loan over $25,000, and for 7A loans, it's pretty much all of them. If they've got a UCC lien against your business, you cannot sell the business assets without their permission. Now, what if you did sell your business assets without permission? Well, it could be problematic in two ways. One, and I had this happen a couple months ago, I had a borrower. She was trying to sell some equipment after her business closed. She reached out to the SBA. They did not respond to her, so she went ahead and sold the stuff anyway. It wasn't a ton of money. It was $5,000, but she was very honest. She was trying to do the right thing, so she went to them and said, oh, I sold this equipment for $5,000. Where do I send it? And the response back she got was, well, that's fraudulent, and we're going to refer this to the Inspector General. The Inspector General is the part of the federal government where they oversee waste, fraud, and abuse. So, in theory, they could look into that, get into some hot water, because again, it's a form of fraud. So that's the one reason why you wouldn't want to do that, is a referral to the Inspector General. The other reason, which is really more applicable to 7A loans at this point, is that if they become aware that you've sold assets without their permission, for 7A borrowers, that could kill any chance at an offer in compromise. And so it's not worth it, to sell a couple $1,000s worth of equipment. Even if you plan on giving the money to the SBA, it doesn't matter. It's still fraudulent conveyance. You'll further compound it if you sell the stuff and you pocket the money or you pay another creditor with it. So you definitely want to steer clear of that. And then, of course, considering we're only talking about a couple $1,000s, if you owe them $500,000 and you're trying to settle on it, it's definitely not worth it, because if they deemed you to have committed fraud, they're not going to be interested in entertaining an offer in compromise. Now, of course, for EIDL loans as of today, what are we, November 13th, 2024, there is no offer in compromise. But with that said, it's still not a good thing to go about doing something like this. And keep in mind that with the administration change, there absolutely could be changes to the EIDL program, and if they deem that you've committed some sort of fraud, you may not be eligible for whatever's happening, right? Some additional deferments, maybe some interest forgiveness, or maybe just a regular offering compromise. We don't know. So that's it. Just wanted to cover, I know I've covered this in other videos, but do not sell your assets without the SBA's permission. It can create all sorts of problems. It would actually be better for you to let buyers walk, because at the end of the day, this money is supposed to be going to the SBA anyway. It's not money that's coming out of your pocket, so there's no point in putting yourself in harm's way. That's it. Thanks for checking in. Like I said, if you want to check out the 15-minute online consult, it's up on my website. All right, we'll see you on the next one.